Hello everyone, the 316 Lego Maniac 316 here. I'm back with another Lightning Collection review on Monday. This time, I got the In-Space Pink Ranger from Wave 10. This figure retails for $22.99. I found this at Walmart for about $22.80. However, Hasbro is increasing the prices of the figures this year to $25, so this was one of the affected figures, at least on Amazon and possibly Hasbro Pulse. So if you see it for $22.99, you might want to grab it at that price. Otherwise, you're going to be paying an extra $2. Anyway, so let's start off with the accessories this figure comes with. So first of all, let's look at the extra hands. She does get two hands with individual fingers, not trigger finger specifically. They're at least the first two here are individual, but her alternate hands include a karate chop, right hand, and a fist for the left hand. Pretty typical female hands that a lot of the female figures, at least that I've gotten, have. She also comes with the blaster here, just a standard traditional blaster that each In-Space Ranger comes with. This is different to the one from In-Space Andros, but we'll take a look at that. And she also gets her, I think, Sonic Blaster. Oh, she fell over. There we go. And it also comes with a new effect piece, which you might want to be careful with this effect piece because it's got a little, just really tiny piece of plastic there that you could easily, rip apart. But it just goes into the little slot there, and if you can push it in, there you go. That's it. It's painted well. The pink is it's not the pink of the figure. It's more of like almost like a red. Like they took pink but then added some red. Also, I'd like to point out that this handle kind of looks like a lightsaber. Anyway, those are all the accessories she comes with. Her blaster, by the way, can fit into her holster. Like so. My holster came a little malformed out of the package. Just a hairdryer, boiling water, which I don't recommend. But if you don't have a hairdryer. Anyway, here's the figure herself and her alternate head. Now, I didn't take a look at the alternate head right away because, well, I don't think this looks at all like the actress. This looks more like Miranda Cosgrove. If you wanted to make an R. Carly figure, here you go. But it's a decent enough representation of the actor likeness. I don't think it's bad. It's just it's not the actress. Anyway, I won't put that on the actual figure because again, these heads sometimes don't want to come off, and I don't want to force it. So here's the In-Space Pink Ranger herself, and a lot of good, a lot of bad. First of all, we get another female figure of the line. Good. It's always good to see female figures. That way we can complete teams. When Bandai was doing the figures, they would put the female figures as an exclusive to like GameStop, which sucked. Like, listen, I get that female figures don't sell as well as the male figures, but that probably wasn't due to the fact that they were female, but rather due to their body proportions. This is much more in line with how a person actually looks. If you look at those old Bandai Legacy figures, there's a reason why I didn't buy those. Let's just say, girth. Anyway, enough of my ramblings. So here's the figure herself, and like I said, there's a lot to like, a lot to dislike. What's to dislike, though, is the paint applications. So first of all, I don't think the In-Space helmets they've ever gotten like perfectly right. My big issue is that you can see the edges of the visor when looking dead on. That's even something that the A-Squad Rangers got. You can't see the edges of the visor looking dead on. You have to look to the side. So I think that's my biggest issue with all the In-Space figures, even though this is the only one I own technically. But also, if you notice on the side of the helmet here, she's got edges to the curve, whereas on the box, it's fully curved on the visor. So this is technically wrong. Does it bug me? Not really. I mean, that's an easy fix with some, like, whiteout, Sharpie, etc. I probably won't change it. I think it looks okay. It's representative enough of the suit. Speaking of paint, let's take a look at that the 5 squares. So first of all, the pink one's fine because they don't paint it. They just leave that blank because the body's already pink. Why paint pink on something you don't need to paint? All of the other squares, though, kind of suck. I think the only decent looking one is the blue one. It's obviously the wrong shape, but at least it's the most square. The red one it's pretty off. The other one's too big, and the black one's like way to the left here. So it doesn't look particularly great, but at least it's there. So I mean, for each person's figure is going to be different with those 5 squares, so just be careful about that. They did add the paint that was missing in the preliminary images on the shoulders here. However, on the In-Space Yellow Ranger, it was all the way up at the top of the shoulder, whereas on the pink, it's further down. It doesn't really bug me, honestly. At least it's there, you know? Articulation up here, it's really stiff. I'm going to have to use a hairdryer on that, but you can see what they did is this is a white piece painted pink. It might be difficult to see on camera, but you can definitely tell that that joint on the inside is white, and they painted pink over that. Not sure in the long run if that's going to hold up, but you can definitely see that the white that they left unpainted is pretty nasty looking. It's not at all straight. And, you know, with my figure, it's very, like, stiff in those joints. So, I mean, like, it looks okay if you were doing a stop motion with these figures, but otherwise I just leave them forward facing as much as possible. Back of the figure looks okay. I did notice on the top of this helmet, though, that the way that they print it, basically they print half this side, then half this side. And then on the back here, they put a third strip here, so you can definitely see the overlap in the white paint. That's probably just due to opacity. It's probably not due to anything bad. Just notice that scuff mark now. I didn't do that. This figure hasn't fallen over. Oh, that sucks. Anyway, the skirt. The skirt is a little off again, just a hairdryer. I should be able to move it, but they usually glue the skirt in place. I couldn't see. Like, I got a little bit of movement out of it, but not much. You could probably twist it. Anyway, so just like Zeo Yellow from this wave, the skirt is cut, so you can get, you know, good articulation. Yeah, you can get forward articulation. It's not much, but anyway, paint-wise, there's nothing from the hips down. So that's all unpainted, which is fine with me. Something I really appreciate about this figure, though, is that the molding on the legs makes it so she can stand without a stand. She can stand by herself. It's great. I don't have to worry about her falling over. Absolutely fantastic. You know, the only other figure, the female figure I have that can stand well is A-Squad Pink. So I'm glad I don't have to use a stand like I have to use with, you know, SPD Pink over there. Anyway, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. Let me get all of our accessories out of the way. Let's see. So first of all, here is the ruler. As you can see, it is just about 6 inches, maybe just a touch taller. All right, let's go ahead and get in some figure comparisons. So next up, lost the blaster. Oh well, I'll get that later. A-Squad Pink, which is just a touch shorter. Trying to get her to stand here. I still wish they would make the female feet just a touch bigger, just so that they can stand. Her Wave 10 female counterpart, we have the Zeo Yellow figure, and they look nice together. Obviously, they never met, but looks good, especially as a wave mate. Glad to see more females in this line. Keep it up, Hasbro. And finally, one of her teammates, although not in Ranger form, we have disguised Andros here, who is a little bit taller because of the cloak. I don't know why A-Squad Pink's not standing. But anyway, there you go. They're pretty much all on scale with each other. Andros is taller again because of the cloak. He's like 6.5 inches nearly. So I think that covers all the size comparisons I want to do. I want to take one last look with A-Squad Pink here, though, because of the helmet. So you can see this is actually the replacement helmet that Hasbro sent me. And you can see that the curve on the visor is much better. I'm not actually going to switch out the helmets, but I just wanted to show you what the helmet could have looked like on this figure. I don't think this is bad on the left here. It's representative enough of the character, but it just goes to show you what Hasbro can do on the right, even if I had to get this replaced because the, one it shipped out with was wrong. Alright, lastly, we'll go ahead and take a look at the box. The box is your standard traditional Lightning Collection box. You got the artwork pose on the back. Of course, all the squares are properly lined up. Nothing looks to be missing on here, although I will say the blaster on the back of the box looks like a much darker blue. So at least it's in line with In Space Andros disguised here. Actually, before I forget, because I'm going to forget, let's take a look at the difference between blasters. So this is the one that Cassie comes with. If I can get it into focus. There we go. And then this is the one Andros comes with. As you can see, it's basically the exact same. It's just missing the blue paint up towards the top here. I think that's kind of interesting. This is the one Andros came with. This is the one Cassie came with. They also painted more blue on this one up towards the silver bit there. So very interesting. Not sure why they did that. Again, it's something so small that consistency-wise I really don't care for. If it was something major though, like a sword, then yeah, I'd probably be upset by that. Anyway, back to the box. On the side here, we got the Lightning logo side. On the opposite, we have the where it says In Space. Of course, it says Saban still. There's your front of the box there. Again, standard. This is like a more magenta than just pink. And there's the bottom of the box. So I think that wraps up just about everything I have to say about this figure. Other than paint issues, I still think Hasbro's doing a good job with this line. And I'm glad that the female figures are starting to have better legs so that they could stand on their own. They could, hold on. They could probably even stand on their own like this if you figured out a good enough way to do it. So I do like this figure. I'll probably be getting the rest of the In Space team. Silver is going to be hard to come by, though. I know he's readily available in, I think, Canada, but not down here in the States still. Kind of sucks. Figure-wise, I have 5 on pre-order, 2 from Target, one of which being the Sentry. Been over a year since he's been released and I think up for pre-order. Hope it comes out this year. I really do. Anyway, that was my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Every time I get a new figure, I post it on Monday. It's not every Monday, but it is Monday that I post the Lightning Collection review. I got some more videos in the pipeline. Hope you guys stay tuned for that. Again, thanks for watching. Peace.